Sit. Good boy. Hi. Piper and I are here today. Alright, I guess it's just me. Well, I'm here today to film a little video outside because the weather's been so beautiful and I've been wanting to play around with makeup and I haven't really had a chance to do my makeup in a long time just because things have been so busy. So today we're going to see this look. I don't think it ended up too bad. I don't know. But today we're going to see this look come alive. Thank you for clicking on this little video. All 2 or 3 of you that will. I don't mind. I think the best part of having a small, silly YouTube channel is that no one watches it. You can do and say whatever you want because it's just fun. Like, I just do this for fun. I don't do this to try to get famous. Obviously. Because all of like 3 people in the world are gonna watch this. But anyway, I love doing makeup and I love listening to this dog bark. So that's what you're gonna be here for today. Thank you. Woo! There's a squirrel in your tree. There's a squirrel right over there. Come here, buddy. You see that squirrel? You're being funny. You sound funny. Is there a squirrel and a bunny? Is there a squirrel in your tree? Is there a squirrel in your tree? Hello. Fix my little buns. They're not really buns. Today I have brought my entire hello. Today I brought my entire makeup collection outside because it's just so beautiful. And I got this new iPhone and it films in 4K in the front facing camera. So Fletcher's joining us here today off camera. Give us a sound.
Hello.
That was him. Alright, let's get started. So I literally just received this yesterday. It's the Juvia's Place I'm Magic Concealer, which everyone started reviewing months ago, but I didn't buy until right now, and I'll be trying it out. I'm using it first as an eye primer on my lids, as a eyeshadow primer. One thing you'll notice is that I mess up literally all the time, and then I have to go back and cut it out and edit it out. And that's why it takes literal months to edit. It narrowly missed my phone. Do I crank it?
Yeah.
Let's get down to business. I've been recording for 3 minutes. I've been nothing the whole time. I'm donning a little bit of that concealer on my eyes. This is a really thick concealer. Shoot, maybe I'll go in with a little sponge. It's the Juno sponge. It was $6. It's already a little damp. I'm not moving my bangs out of the way. I see people clip back their bangs. I don't care. Not doing it. Am I funny?
Yeah.
Also, look how big this whole tube is. That is fat. Like, here's another little sample size of a concealer, of a different concealer. It's like baby and daddy. Okay. It's been a long time since I've played with eyeshadow, and I don't know what I'm gonna go for today, but I'm just really excited to just do my makeup. It's a Sunday. It's a lazy Sunday, we decided. So we just do whatever we want today. Okay. So I'm dipping into this a hand in 2. This is kind of an old palette, but it's new to me. But I think first I'm going to go into this very light shade and put it right under the brow. And just highlight that spot. I'm putting it in this corner of my brow because the way my brows are naturally shaped, I feel like this little bend is just where the highlighter just fits in its little crevasse so nicely. Some people, Fletcher's making fun of me. Some people will bring their highlight all the way down. I guess I kind of want to gently drag it out there, but I focused most of my highlight right in this bend of the brow. I don't really do anything to shape my brows. A lot of people get mad at me for that because they want my brows, but I can't help it. Alright, I think what I'm going to start doing is start really light and just build my way up for once, because I always kind of rush into things. Like, I always just jump to the next step that I want to do. Instead of building something up, I'll just do it and I'll put it in too heavy and then I'll have to diffuse it out instead of working my way up to it. So I'm going to try to do that. So using this kind of bigger, kind of fluffy brush, Y'all see it? Y'all see it? Y'all focus? I'm gonna dip into this very light colored color. It's like a light tan beige. And I'm just gonna put that. I don't even know where right now. Oh, the concealer has already creased, by the way. You'll see that crease. Let me go in with a little brush and try to smooth that crease out. It has already creased on my crease. And my crease is really low because I have hooded eyes. So a lot of the work I do disappears when my eyes are open. But when my eyes are closed and I got my eyebrows stretched up like this, that's when you can actually see all of my lid space. Otherwise, it disappears. Alright, so I just gotta hold myself to just like not going in too hard. Like I just need to take my time and just really build up the different colors that I'm gonna be using today. Alright, so again, with that very light tan beige color, I'm gonna tap that in this sort of center part of my eye where my crease is. It's actually a little bit above my natural crease. Oh my gosh, you hear Piper growling? He's getting worked up. Alright, I'm using the tiniest little circles and I'm brushing that around to meet where I put that light highlight in the upper area. Just think of it as like cookie dough and you're just like mixing it all around. And you can't just have the finished cookie, you gotta mix the batter up. You gotta push it all around and use a spoon and you just gotta mix it. So now that it looks like I've done absolutely nothing, I know that it's prepped enough to begin. I'm going in with this light red. It looks very light. I don't know how this is gonna go. I'm placing that red in my crease over top of that very light tan color that I already put on. And that's actually a pretty impressive color payoff because I only went in with a light dusting of this and I haven't dipped the brush back into the pot of color and it's already looking like this. Like it's already all over the entire lid. That's pretty nice. And again, I'm just gently, with the lightest force, scratching along the edge of that line. Just like diffuse the color outwards more. I don't know, in my mind, this is like a nice peaceful video setting. You know, it's relaxing. If it can look like I've changed almost nothing from one step to the other in this whole video, I'll know I'm doing a good job. Because I'm building it up ever so lightly. You know. Yeah. You do? Yeah. One time, I was in middle school, and this girl had a locker next to me in middle school. And I was like, oh, I already memorized my locker combination. What about you? And she was like, or maybe we're talking about like class schedule or something. She was like, oh, you already memorized your class schedule? She was like, of course that's easy for you because don't you have a photographic memory? No. Where did you, we had never even had class before together. She just had a locker next to mine and she was like, yeah, this girl next to me has photographic memory. Why does someone just like come up with that and then believe that about a person? Who told you? Like, who has been telling you that? I don't know. So this is the Saharan 2, again, by Juvia's Place. Again, obvi. And I'm going in with this bottom color. It's a dark red. And I'm going in with that with a brush that's like kind of fluffy on the edges, but it's like kind of flat. Like it's wider than it is thick. Does that make sense? You got that? Ooh, ooh, ooh. Look.
Hello.
Oh, we love Fletcher. I'm gonna tap this into the outer part of my crease. Literally just tapping it on, and that deposits the color enough. You see it on there?
At least filming a video.
I'm filming a video, bros. You see Piper? Yeah, that's Piper. Now that I'm in the shade a little bit more, it's a little bit easier to kind of see what's going on. Well, that's kind of cute. That kind of fade is kind of cute right there. All right, let's finish it up, bros. Let's work real hard for the next like 20 minutes and then perfect this look. Ready, bros? I'm gonna do the exact same thing I did on the other eye on this eye by tapping that red. Piper, don't you know I'm a big YouTube star? Sometimes I just don't get no respect. I'm kidding. Alright, so I'm tapping that into the outer corner. I can't see because the sun's back. Maybe filming outside isn't like a great idea, but do I learn from my mistakes? No. Maybe this is a good little area for me. Alright, so I'm tapping that right into the outer corner again, and I'm literally just tapping it. That blends it enough. I don't want to swipe because I'm afraid that if I swipe too much on it, it'll spread the color too far. Hello, Piper. This shadow is called Eerie G, and I'm swiping it onto this sort of flat, wider than it is thick brush, dusting off that bit of excess that was on there. So I'm tapping that right there on the inner half of my crease and doing those same tapping motions to buff it into my lid. Using a fluffy brush, I'm dipping into this peach color, and then I'm going to scratch that above the hot pink. Just take it, and with the lightest force, barely even pushing down, scratch that above the pink. I'm hoping this will blend with the pink and diffuse the whole thing out. I don't want any harsh lines, so when my eyeshadow, like when one color stops, I want it to just gently blend out to another, and then blend into nothingness the further up I go. And using a small flat brush, I'm loading up on this darker gold shimmer. These are the cheapest brushes I could find on Amazon. I don't have Prime, so it was like, oh, you have these things in your cart? You're literally $5 away from free shipping on all of them. So I was like, oh. And then I found this $5 set of like 20 brushes that are really not good quality, but they are $5 for like 20 brushes. And I added them to the cart, and I got free shipping on everything. So I'm taking that gold, using that cheap brush, and I'm focusing it on the literal center of the bottom part of my lid. So right above the lash line and then up to meet my crease, but just in the very center of the eye. Like how this is the center, this is the outer part of your eye, this is the inner part of your eye, this is the center. I hope y'all can hear me above this dog. There's a squirrel out there and it's like driving him insane. See? Insane in the membrane. I'm gonna take this very dark grayish black that is actually a shimmer shade on the tiniest little dome brush. Just this little round topped brush. And I'm gonna concentrate that on either sides of the gold that I just put in the center lower part of my eye. So I'm tapping the black next to the gold on the outer edge and next to the gold on the inner edge. And we're gonna hopefully blend it into the gold and blend it into the red without ruining it. Also, the moral of the story of all of these makeup tutorials is to do literally whatever you want. There's no rules, and just because I say to do something doesn't mean that you should. This is just like fun for me to do, and it's fun for me to record because I like my new iPhone, and it's fun for me to talk about makeup. So just do whatever you want, just have fun. We're all on this earth for such a short time that all we can do is just have a good time. That is literally the only thing that you have to hold yourself accountable to, is to be kind to yourself and others and to enjoy your time, whatever that means for you. As long as it doesn't hurt you or anyone else, there's no requirements. I don't know how I started talking about that, but it makes sense that I ended up talking about it because that's all any of this boils down to, is you're here for you and to spread kindness. Now I want to go back into that dark red that I initially put in the outermost corner of my eye, and I want to tap that back into place because I want this look to have a little bit more dimension. I want it to go a little bit deeper in this corner. And we're almost done with the eye look because next I'm going to do my lower lash line, I think. And I've always thought it was so beautiful when they have one color in the lowest part of your lower lash line and then another color in the mid part and then the lowest color, and it kind of radiates out. I've always thought that was gorgeous. But before I do that, I'm gonna real quick do my under eye concealer, which I usually don't do. I usually don't do anything to my under eye. but I have this big old concealer, so why not use it, you know? So what I'm gonna do is use a spoolie to brush through my eyelash extensions and hopefully get all the fallout and little residues of eyeshadow dusted off, because, you know, shadows are dust and they will get on your lashes, especially if you have extensions like I always do, because I live by extensions. One thing I'll say about extensions is that they have freed me up to just enjoy life. So in a society where I personally feel a lot of pressure to look a certain way before I present myself to friends, family, public, work, anyone, extensions have helped me because I'm able to just get up out of bed and then enjoy my life. I don't have to plan aside time for doing makeup because it's already done. My extensions are on. I just plan aside money and time to go once a month for my fill, and I get to enjoy the freedom that my boyfriend has always experienced. For example, he always just is able to just get out of bed and he does what he wants. Now I can't do. There he is, he's at the door. Hi, honey bunny. I see a lot of people on YouTube like bring their concealer all the way down, like to the middle of their face, and I'm like, I don't know how to do that, and I don't know why you're doing that, but I'll do it for this video, because why the heck not? This looks funny. This looks like Halloween makeup. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I don't know why I'm doing this. I really don't like doing skin makeup, but I got this big fat concealer, so I gotta use it up somehow. This is a little bit damp already, so I'm just gonna start tapping this into my skin. Literally just tapping it all over. It has a flat edge on this side, and that's what I'm using right now. You can use whatever you want. You can use a beauty blender. You can use this sponge, which I think is by the brand called Juno, J-U-N-O. It's hard for me to spell sometimes because I'm not a native English speaker, so letters are a little bit confusing for me sometimes. My first language is Bulgarian. But anyway, you can use a brush, you can use a sponge. This is advertised as being the best of both because it's a fluffy, like squishy sponge, but it has these little tiny furry bristles on it that act like a sponge hair does. Do you know what I mean? So it's like fuzzy. It's the fuzzy sponge, and it's supposed to be the best of a combination of a sponge and a brush, supposedly. And it was only $6, which is why I got it, because I like to buy cheap things. The next color I'm going to dye my hair is going to be like a light blue. It could end up looking gray if I don't get my original hair light enough underneath the dye that I put on, but that's okay too. Gray hair is super cool. Alright, I think this is blended enough. It always surprises me how good this looks on camera, because in real life it probably looks cakey and layered, but right now it looks like a flawless base on camera, so unless I lean down and then you see the circles under my eyes, that looks scary and gross. But when I go like this, you don't see them as much, so it's okay. Those are there because of stress. But when I go like this, you can't see them, so it's totally fine. I think I've patted that enough. And then another thing I always see YouTubers do is I see them set their under eyes with some translucent powder, and I have some translucent powder through the generosity of my boyfriend's aunt. She gives me makeup stuff sometimes, so now I have this Tarte translucent powder, and I think I'm gonna try baking. I don't know how it works, and I've never done it, but I think I'm gonna try it. What is this? How do I use this? How do I open this up? Do I pull on it? Is it already out? Is this the powder? I don't know what's going on, bros. I think I don't know. I don't think I got enough on it because there's not enough coming out. So I try to like shake it on the sponge, but not enough is coming out, and it's just raining down. It's like not, I don't know. I think I'll use this. This is by Naked Cosmetics. It says HD finishing powder on the bottom. So I'm gonna unscrew that. Yeah, this will be easier because there's already a bunch of it like out at the tip of this. So I can just pat my sponge onto it. And then I think what they do on YouTube is they literally just like put a giant bunch of this on their freaking under eyes. You can see the imprint of it. So I think that, oh, it's in my mouth, it's everywhere. Oh God. I think that it's in my nose. I think that they literally just like put this on here and then they wait. Oh gosh. Oh, it's everywhere. I look like a ghost now. Let's give myself a beard with it. That'll look cool. Oh, this feels horrible. I don't know how people do face makeup. It's so scary. My face. That looks so funny. My face looks like it can't move. Piper, come laugh at me. Do I look funny? He looked away. I must look hideous. Just in time for Halloween. Oh, look at all this. Look at this giant mess. Alright, that's it, bros. I'm not doing translucent powder anymore, bros. I don't know how it works. I don't know what the purpose is, and I don't know how to use it, and it just gets everywhere. I think what they do next is they like brush it away or something. I think this is a clean brush. I'm just gonna try to brush this into my skin or off of my skin. I don't know what they do. By they, I mean the YouTubers, you know, the beauty community. Okay, I guess I've baked my under eyes. That's what they call it, by the way. For any of you who are watching this because like you're a friend or family member and you feel obligated to watch this, beauty YouTubers put like lots of powder, like what I just put on. They put that over their foundation or concealer, and then they like let it sit, and then they brush it off, and they call that baking your under eye, or baking. They just call it baking. So now you know. Thanks for watching, by the way. Love ya. Alright, so I don't know what's going on. My face looks like really even and clear on camera. I wonder what it looks like in real life, because in real life it always looks cakey. Oh yeah, it looks like I've got makeup on me. I don't like how this looks. I've never worn face makeup, so I just don't like how it looks on me. Nothing against face makeup products, they're just not for me, I think. I think I was made for not wearing face makeup. Do you see how it looks like instead of skin, it just looks like a layer of something on top of skin? Can you see that? I don't know. Anyway, let's ignore it and move on. Using this brush, I am dipping into a hot pink color and putting that in the very center of my under eye. I'm dipping into the darker red, and I'm placing that on the outer and inner parts and around underneath. Oh, it looks horrible. That's okay though. Let's just keep going. I think that since I'm so not good at face makeup, anytime I do it, it messes up the groove that I had been building up already with other makeup. Because the only makeup that I actually feel confident in is eye makeup. Anytime I try to do anything different, it's like, oh honey, don't do that, you know? That's what it's like. Whew! That under eye is strong. Using a tiny little, I call this a dome brush because it kind of looks like a little dome because it's just like a little circle. There's translucent powder all over me. Oh goodness. I'm gonna dip into that black and put it in the outer corner here and just swipe it along. See how it darkens it ever so lightly? That's cool. Now I'm gonna be sad because for the rest of the day, if I ever feel like I need to put lotion on my face, I won't be able to because I have face makeup on. I don't know why this video ended up becoming Billy tries, fails, and complains about doing face makeup. And by face makeup, I just mean like, you know, concealer, powder. I guess that's literally all I did. I don't know why I'm so bad at it. By the way, I'm adding that black into the inner corner a little bit. And I'm dragging that black as like a very slight line underneath the pink and red that I put there. It doesn't look that bad. The part that looks bad is there is like a concentration of either unblended concealer or caked up translucent powder right here. Let me just rub at it with a finger and hope that it goes away. Didn't work. Looks worse now. Maybe I just don't like how face makeup looks. Maybe in my life, makeup was just meant to go on my eyes. Now, I'm gonna take into that gold, and I'm gonna apply that gold to the center of my lower lash line. Now, using the same dome brush, I don't even clean it off. I'm gonna go into a light. Remember ever so long ago when I put a little bit of highlight under my brow? I'm gonna go into that same color. It's in the top row of the Saharan 2 palette in case you're following along, as if anyone is. And I'm gonna dot that in my inner corner. Maybe from now on I'm just gonna save concealer for when I have a pimple. I'll just use it right there in that spot and nowhere else. I'm gonna take any old mascara and put it on my lower lashes. I think today I want a slightly more pink highlighter since my eyes are more red. So I'm gonna go into the Deuce palette by Juvia's Place, hop up a little bit of this Tarte color, place it here with a swipe. You see that shine? See how that automatically creates a little bit of shine? That's cool. Now that we've dusted like 10 pounds of highlighter on my face, I'm gonna go for a little bit of bronzer and blush because if I did my concealer and stuff, I need to finish off the full face, you know? I'm using bronzer, I'm just placing it in like little swipey circles around the edge of my face and then under my face right here. Can't wait to change my hair color. This was fun for the fall, but as it's getting colder, I mean, you can't tell today because today we have beautiful weather, but it's been like 30 degrees out and it's been really, really freezing. So as it's been getting colder, I've been more and more in the mood for like a icy blue or gray color, which is exactly what I'm gonna go for next. And that's kind of dangerous though, because usually I don't go for a specific color and then I just can't be disappointed by whatever color I get. But now I'm like actually gonna try for a specific color, and that kind of worries me because I know I'm gonna disappoint myself. I only ever do my hair myself in my bathroom, so it's not professional or anything like that, and that's why I usually try to have zero expectations, because then it will turn out exactly how I want it, because if I don't want it any certain way, then I can't disappoint myself, you know what I mean? Next, I'm gonna dip into this really pink color. I'm just kind of dusting that into the blushy part of my cheeks. Y'all think this looks pretty? All right, I'm done. This is it, bros. This is me doing my makeup outside because the weather's beautiful. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you if you're here. I am like fully confident that only like 3 people in this entire universe are gonna actually watch this, but to those 3 people, thank you. I hope you have a good day. I hope you take care of yourself. I hope you do something kind today, because that makes you feel better. And we're all just here to try to feel better. Bye.